While it is a good internal control to pay with cheque, sometimes it is not possible nor practical. To provide currency for these situations, companies maintain a petty cash fund, which is a small amount of cash on hand to pay small amounts owed. The person in charge of the petty cash fund is referred to as the petty cash custodian. When using a petty cash fund, the first step is to establish the fund. When the petty cash fund is established, cash, which is an asset, is used to set the initial amount required for the petty cash fund. Therefore, cash decreases and therefore is recorded as a credit. The petty cash fund is a current asset account. When the fund is established, there is a restricted amount of cash in the fund. Therefore, petty cash increases and is therefore recorded as a debit in the general ledger. For example, suppose on September 1st, Brandon's bread shop cashes a $100 check to establish a petty cash fund and gives the cash to Amy, the custodian. $100 of cash is used to establish the fund. Therefore, it is credited on the general journal. As a result, the petty cash fund increases and is therefore a debit. It is important to note that the only general entries that are recorded is when the fund is established and replenished. After some transactions are carried out using the fund, the company must replenish the cash fund. For example, the fund started with $100. However, small receipts were paid, including postage, office supplies, and miscellaneous expenses. This reduces the cash amount remaining. To replenish the fund, the remaining cash is counted and subtracted from the starting balance, thus meaning the amount needed to replenish the fund is $100 minus the cash remaining, $20. Therefore, a total of $80 would be required to replenish the fund. In the general journal, all accounts that are debited should relate to expenditure, and then the cash check is recorded as a credit. However, in some circumstances, the balance of the petty cash account could be more or less than the amount we should have left, so we could either be cash short or cash over. This can be due to employers forgetting to submit receipts and mistakes on the receipts itself. We record this as an unidentifiable expense or revenue. A cash short is recorded as a debit because it is an expense we have to pay in order to bring the balance of the petty cash back to normal. Cash over is recorded as a credit, as it is an unidentified revenue that is increasing, and therefore we will need to pay less to bring the fund back to normal. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you found this informative.